We have all shared several videos, photographs and stories about how the environment is healing because of the lockdown. But is it really the silver lining of the pandemic? Is nature really recovering? Not really. The massive amount of COVID-related plastics in use has given rise to coronavirus waste as a new form of pollution. It is caused due to the improper disposal of PPEs, masks and gloves. Karnataka alone has been generating up to 3,000 kilos of biomedical waste each day, and the infectious biomedical plastic waste cannot be recycled. They simply have to be burnt. There are 26 common biomedical waste treatment facilities in the state, out of which there are 6 incinerators in Bengaluru. Get this. The Emergency and Trauma Care Center in the Victoria Hospital campus generated 700 to 800 kilos of biomedical waste each day as reported on June 21st. Most PPEs are made out of a thermoplastic called polypropylene. But a common biomedical waste treatment facility in the city says that all of it cannot be incinerated in one go. To control emission and fumes due to the burning plastic, the incinerators at these facilities do not function at their optimal capacity. Common biomedical waste treatment facilities have seen hundreds of registrations in the last 3 months. Besides quarantine centers and hospitals, private establishments like shopping complexes and malls have sought help in getting rid of biomedical waste from their premises. It is a relief knowing that there are facilities to incinerate biomedical waste safely. But what about the thousands of masks, gloves and PPEs which end up on the street corners every day? The virus is said to remain infectious on plastic longer than on many other surfaces. The masks and gloves end up getting washed into stormwater drains, into lakes and rivers, and eventually into the sea. A French conservationist from a cleanup charity shared an alarming post. There will be more gloves than jellyfish in the Mediterranean Sea. If so, how safe are those who have to handle waste on the streets and homes which are possibly infectious?
However, when the municipality, when BBMP collects waste through the Parakamikas, there is a huge problem here. There is a big chance that the masks and all these PPEs which come out into these bins, there's a very high chance that it can be handled by these waste workers, putting them at large risk. And we have seen recently that this has caused some of these Parakamikas to test positive for corona. It's a request from all of us that when people come to handle your waste, please make sure that it does not go into the general dry waste category or wet waste category, and it's either handed over separately to them so they are aware of these problems, and then they can give it to the right people so it is managed in the right way. If people find out that it was their poor judgment of disposing such waste into the open, into the hands of these waste workers, hopefully that really brings about a change in the mindset of people.
We can't entirely do away with plastic, as single-use plastics such as surgical gloves, syringes, insulin pens and IV tubes reduce chances of an infection and are very much needed. But here's what we can do to cut down on adding to the piling biomedical waste before it gets unmanageable. Use reusable face masks made out of cloth. Avoid using single-use masks, most of which are made out of plastic. Wash your hands at regular intervals or use hand sanitizers. Latex gloves are not required. In your homes, dispose of gloves, face masks into sanitary bins before handing it over to a Paurakarmika. Do tell us how you are disposing your face masks and gloves in the comments below.